Today's the day that I start building my studio. First off, I think we should start getting some of this stuff out of here. We're going to turn my studio from this to this. Now, this took me about 2 days to do. Doing the murals and everything took me most of the day. I still have this side of the room. You can't see that side of the room. Not yet anyways. We'll get to that and what I have going on here someday. But today we're going to talk about, So, as you haven't been here before, and I know you haven't been here before, I can tell. I decided to move everything into my actual office room, which is my storage room, and I'm going to start making it in my studio. So at this point, I'm just sanding, mudding, removing stuff from the room, taking the baseboards off, getting it all prepped and ready to put the primer, or just whiting the wall out. Afterwards, I kind of thought about it, and I was like, well, I could have just left it like that. But I think adding a bit more to it was just kind of creating like a creative kind of room, an area that I can kind of sit in and come up with creative ideas for, or come up with new ideas for videos. Because if you're making videos, you know that it's sometimes you end up just kind of sitting there and blank and you don't know exactly what to start doing. So I'm hoping this room kind of puts a little bit more of inspiration into the ideas. So years ago, I came up with this idea to name a channel When the Wife Goes Out, and then randomly do things like projects like this while she's gone, and then she comes back, she's surprised, right? It just never happened. So ran out of paint, white paint, and I do have some other white paints, but it's really thin, so I have to go ahead and change my pants. As you notice, the other pants were pretty dark, and this white paint, it's painful. It's so painful. Yeah, and this is what I spend my time doing, just waiting for paint to dry. When I'm sitting here doing voiceovers, the first thing that actually comes to mind is, you know, that old saying of the camera adds 10 pounds? Well, I'm starting to think that's true. Either that or I need to start hitting the gym again. I'm looking pretty hefty there. Hoping that ladder can support my weight. Yeah, so this part, I just kind of started doing the murals, putting things together, you know, adding the details to it. One thing that I quickly noticed is that every time I bump this camera, it stops and I got to reactivate or deactivate all that stuff. It kind of drove me nuts. It's a HD 1080 Emmet. Just a cheap webcam. I mean, trying to get things started, you get it. Now, you know, I'll put a picture up somewhere in the area so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, that's one thing I noticed. So I put it up on a stand and I'm kind of moving it around, trying to make things a little more ergonomic. Yeah, I noticed people can like sit there and talk for like 35 minutes to an hour just talking. I can't seem to do that for some reason. I don't know how they do that. Like I only have so much to say and then I'm like, it's a storytelling thing that I keep seeing, but yeah, I don't know if I have that in me. So that's why my videos have been so short. Like I usually try 5 minutes, like my limit, and even that I gotta add on stuff and put stuff in there. I'd consider it just rambling. I'd just be the whole time. Otherwise, if I was to make like a half-hour video, I guess it'd be something I'd have to find that I'm rather passionate about, or that I really want to talk about, and I'm pretty dead inside, so might be a little difficult to do. Alright, so I got things kind of cleaned up here and stuff put on the wall. Don't ask me what or why or how. I just did. Just did it. But yeah, that's putting the background of the YouTube studio together. There'll obviously be more to come, and I should probably feel like I should shower. Till then, just watch the birds.